Good morning, ladies. You're here with Sandra. We have a naked face. As I promised last night, I'm going to do my makeup this morning. I've just arrived into work. It's really early. I'm dressed and everything, showered, and I just let my makeup off because there's lots and lots and lots and lots of questions about what makeup I'm wearing, etc. So I thought, I'm just going to do it with you. So let's sit back and go on. We'll try and speed up where we can. And I'll try and go as fast as I can as well. I do go much, obviously I'm not talking about it at work, or at home when I'm putting it on, but my makeup, it takes about 15 minutes tops, 10 maybe. So let's get on with it and go through the first step. So every single day of my life, I put on SPF. So the very first thing in the morning I put on, I have on my moisturiser there now. So now I'm going to put on the SPF. So the SPF I use is this one by Clarins. So it's a little, the UV plus one. So it's a little moisturiser and a protectant. And it's SPF 50. And it's PA+++. So 3 stars. So the highest rating of protection that you can get. So I just put it on like a little moisturiser. The most important thing, to be honest, even in the winter, I put it on everywhere. There was skin cancer in my family, which is why I am such a big fan, and I'm always saying about putting it on. So bring that right down, rub it onto your ears as well. And some of you may think, gosh, you're not even going to be outside, but this will be on all day, so that's me protected. Even if you're not going anywhere, get it on you. It literally will do you no harm. It'll only, and there's a wee moisturiser base in this as well. So just get it on, and it'll do no effect to your makeup whatsoever. So just rub the excess on your hands. Okay, so that is us protected. We've got the skincare on. We've got our SPF on. And now we're just going to get stuck into everything else. So obviously, you've cleansed your moisturizer, put on your moisturizer, your serum, your moisturizer, and then this is really just about getting the makeup on for work. So the first thing I do, I'm very kind of bizarre in what I do in my makeup. It's not bizarre because most makeup artists can do it, but I do put in a wee pre-warning there. I am not a makeup artist by no means. So this is just a 50-year-old working mother. Well, my kids are bigger now, but I am literally just always firing it on. So I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. So the what I'm doing there now is that is actually a concealer. So I use the Estee Lauder one, and I also use the Shiseido one. So either one. This is the actual little double wear one that I'm using at the moment. So I'm actually using that as a base for my eyeshadow. So just rub it on like that. So you just rub it on, because what that do, instead of buying an eyeshadow primer, fire that on you. On you go. And that's going to act like a little base. So, tried and tested. I know that we've moved on in many ways in a lot of different palettes, but I'm still using this one. I highly recommend. I take it everywhere with me. And this is my actual one, so it's not that, it's well used. But the first thing I'm going to do is this little one at the bottom here. So this wee one here, I'm going to use that as a base now for my eyeshadow. So bear with me. When you're in your own house and you have everything in its exact place. So this is the cosmetics department. So they've it kind of all laid out nicely. And obviously when I'm doing it myself, I'm just firing it on. So we're putting that cream, that nice beige one, this one here, just as a base. So in the corner of my eye, like so. Bring that right up, because that's just going to clean the lid right up for you. Okay, now because I have the primer on, it's catching it, so you can see there now already that looks like it's closed down my eyes. So we're going to open that right up now, and we're going to use this one here. I just love this wee palette, honestly. I'll die when it goes. So this little middle one here, I'm just going to rub my brush, just my fluffy brush, just into it, just tap off the excess And I'm just going to go into like the outside of my eye like that. So what this is doing is this is very good for hooded eyes. So you're just lifting that brow bone up. You can see what's happening there now. I'm actually making it look like my lid is bigger than it is. So we're just rubbing that in, started fluffing it over and back. The lower down in the brush you hold your brush, the easier movement you'll get. So if you hold it up here, you're going to go very, whereas if you hold it down here, you're just sort of flowing the brush across, kind of feathering it around. And that's what you want, because you'll not have that rigid eye line of makeup then. So you can see what I've done there now. I've opened that right out there. And I'm just gonna deepen that up a wee bit. And go into that corner. And just fluff it out. As I said, ladies, I am not a makeup artist, so for all the makeup artists holding their breath and freaking out, going, my God, what is that woman doing? This is for all my girls that are just like me. Right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go and use that a brush. Again, guys, don't be getting bogged down in the brushes thing. You know, unless you're a professional makeup artist, you just need a couple of brushes. So we're going into with a flat brush now. See this, like, I call this like a wee mini paddle brush. And I'm going into the darker one here, the very corner. And I'm just pushing that into the corner and patting it. So sorry, I had to go and get my liner. So this is the Lancome one. This is a nice soft one. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my hand out there, and I'm doing this into a phone, so bear with me. Pulling it out. Don't pull your eyes too severely. Again, makeup artists will be having a heart attack at this. I just find that gives me a little bit more control in terms of how to, when I'm drawing on a line. Just get as close to the lash line as possible, just nice and soft. Okay? So you can see now my eyes darkening up a little bit. Now we're going to pop on a little bit of liner or a bit of mascara. So I am using my little Hip Nose one. It's one of the best selling. I think it is the #1 mascara in the world. And between that and the Shiseido, but I have to say, if I was being made to pull a decision out of it, I have to say I will always go the Lancome Hip Nose. So what you're going to do is you're just going to wiggle that. It doesn't do like dramatic things to your eyes, but it's just such a reliable mascara. You know, it lengthens, it thickens, it doesn't over lengthen or over thicken. Sometimes these ones that over promise, they can under deliver. And the other thing about this one, it stays on till you take it off. And because I've got hooded lash or brows, you can see that, you know, it's probably not as bad now as it used to be, because I get a bit of Botox there and that lifts that. But when you have a hooded lash or lid, that literally will fall and your lashes will hit the top of your here and you end up with black all around. This is the only mascara in the world. The Shiseido one doesn't do it neither. And this is the only mascara in the world that prevents it. But this is probably a better mascara. Shiseido is very good, but that one's probably just pips the post for me. So ladies, you can see that side my eye is done, that side my eye is not done. So I'm just going to bear with me. I'm just going to speed this one right up. I'm going to just do this one very, very quickly, okay? So just bear with me. Right, now, okay, so that's the two eyes done. You can see how quick I did it when I wasn't talking. So the other wee top tip I'd give you is when you're older, you don't want to overload that bottom lash. So If you notice, I didn't do anything on that bottom lash, because what's going to happen is the mascara I put on is going to hit that. That's enough. Because what it's going to do, if I brought my liner down there, it's going to close my eye down, and you don't want to do that as you get older. You want to open your eyes up. So just let the product from the top like fill the product with the bottom. Now if you're going out to a wedding or something like that, or go, but this is just everyday makeup, you don't want to overload. Right, so now what we're going to do is now we're going to just finish the base. So because this is summertime, we don't want to overdo it, right? So we're just going to again, I'm just trying to find some brushes. So we're just going to do a light day look, okay? So remember, I'm at work and I'm doing videos, so I probably put on more eye makeup than I would if I was at home on my day off. But anyway, so you know the makeup that I wear, and I highly recommend it day or night. And you know, I wear it all the time. I don't wear any other makeup. I have makeup because so many people want to, and it's the Futurist Estee Lauder Hydra Rescue Makeup. Reason I love it is because it's buildable. You can add as much as you want or as little as you like. It's also got SPF 45 in it. However, it's not enough. You need it. You still need your SPF underneath it. It's just a beautiful foundation. It is really, really good on aging skin. But my daughter also wears it, and she's 21, so she loves the light, dewy coverage. So it doesn't sit in the lines. Estee Lauder is probably the best. Their Double Wear is the one that's got the best makeup in the world. So that's why, you know, nobody knows foundation like they do. So basically what I'm going to do, top tip for summer makeup, is instead of brushing it on, we're just going to pat it on with a big thick brush, because then when you pat it on like this, you get less coverage, okay? You can see, ladies, I have got some because I was on my holidays. And that's even with the SPF 50. And my friends will tell you, I never take off my sunglasses. I have them on the whole time. So what I'm doing, I'm just balancing that coverage out. And by patting it like this, it's still going to let you see through my skin. So we don't want to overload. Okay? I'm going to just do one side for the moment because I want to show you what I'm doing. See a beautiful dewiness there on my skin. That'll settle a minute. It'll settle, but it's not going to go too matte, because we don't want it to go too matte, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to put on a little bit of bronzer. So this is where the real magic happens, because this is where I start contouring and putting shape into my face. So this is the one I wear, is the Bronze Goddess. And a beautiful follower bought me one for my birthday. She obviously seen a video where I'd run out or it was all broken. So one a year is all you need with this, girls. You really don't need much. So what we're doing, we're just going to pop a little bit of Bronze Goddess, and then I'm going to try and define these cheekbones here a little bit. So we're just going to, again, we're fluffing. Okay, I want to put back where the sun hit my skin, give the illusion of it. So we're just going to fill it in like that. A little bit down the nose, a little bit across the cheekbones there, and you're going down there, okay? So you can see there now, no makeup, makeup. So it just finishes, it's still you can't see, other than the color change, you can't see a massive pile of coverage, and that's what we want. So we're just going to even that out there. Without makeup, with makeup, obviously eyes done. So we're going to do that again. Now we're going to do the other side. We're going to pop that makeup on. We're going to pat, pat, pat. Because if we rub it on like so, you're going to get better coverage. You're almost like sponging it on. So the little, you know, the little blending tools that you get, these sponges and that. Not a massive fan of them because I hate anything near my fingernails. So it's just a wee preference for me, but I know a lot of them use them. The younger ones use them a lot. So again, we're just patting that on, evening that out, and now we're going to pop a little bit of bronzer on again. But you can see there's not a huge amount of know you'll be thinking for some people who don't wear makeup, they'll be thinking that's a huge amount of product. But if you watch a makeup artist, they put on layer after layer after layer. I've literally just put on SPF, my moisturizer, or my foundation, and my thing. Now, a lot of you's going to ask about primer. I do recommend primer. I didn't put on primer today because it's summer, it's hot outside, and I don't want to overload, because you've on your you've on your serum, your moisturizer, then I've got my SPF on, and then I've got my foundation on. If you put on a primer, it's just you're adding another layer. Personally, I don't feel I need it, but again, it's all down to personal preference. You do what you want. So now, guys, we're going to put another wee bit of concealer on, just under that eye area. Okay, so this is your magic feet. So you can see here, this is where the hoods of our eyes, if we go from the side, the hood's out. So we're naturally creating darkness around this part of the eye. It also tends to be where, this is like our tear trough. And as we get older in menopause, you find that you get a real build up here. So you don't want to overload this area neither. So you just, in the morning, even just doing this little action will drain that little tear trough down. And you can just see, because I do see a lot of women who don't wear makeup, or you can see that maybe they don't even, maybe they just wash their face, that there's no hands being used to massage that area out. You need to push that out, push it out, and get that puffiness away. Just the wee action of putting a bit of concealer on can do that. Now, because it's McElhinneys and I just love my lipstick, I'm going to put that on. But first of all, I'm going to do my little brows. So this is just a lovely wee Be Perfect one, nice and simple. And again, I'm all about the natural brow. So I just use that wee brush. It's just like a wee mini mascara wand. This is the brown. I'm just going to push them up like so. And there's this tiny wee bit of tint in it. So it just kind of adds a little bit of finish to the brow. Just finishes the look. And then we're going to put on our lipstick. So I've been wearing this one lately. Now I'm going to use a brush because it's a tester, this one. It's the actual Lancome. When I started doing 5 of 5, I used to do a lovely lipstick with Lancome. Then I've gone on to Shiseido, Bellamy, I've all but listen, there's a common theme. The common denominator, they're nearly always red or orangey red. So this is a lovely wee one now that I've just started using. I actually took it in the holidays. A few of you asked about it, so if I was wearing it, I did give you the link. So we're just going to pop it on. It's number 344 Plush Rose. Now, I haven't put on lip liner because I can't see one here, but I would always try and outline the lips, because as you get older again too, you lose the plumpness in the lips. I'm not a fan of the plump lip look, but if you want to go for it, I think you can create it with lipstick. I think a good lip liner sometimes can just be, I use Botox. That's as far as I'll go. And, every so often I would do a skin treatment. Just before my 50th, I got a great treatment called M-Face. And basically it was stimulating all the collagen in my skin and kind of tightens it. And I love that. It's non-invasive, so it's very good for anybody who doesn't want to get any Botox or anything like that. But yeah, I do get Botox every 6 months. And literally it just lifts my eyebrows and it just freshens you up. But other than that, and I know it's not it for everybody, and I get that too. I'm very mindful of that, but it's all about honesty and full transparency here with me. So yeah, good skincare, a bit of Botox, and once or twice a year I get additional treatments, but they're non-invasive. So that, ladies, is it. Now, if you wanted at this stage, I don't have one here, but you could put a makeup setter on. I honestly don't use it unless I'm going to like an event or a party or a wedding or something like that, where you don't need it. But You can see, ladies, you can still see my skin through it. I think as you get older, it's really, really important that we remain the dewiness in the skin, because otherwise if we're matte, it's like a leather handbag. You can see the lines and the wrinkles more. It's inevitable, we're going to get them, they're our life, but you can really enhance it with good moisturizer and good dewy products. So and I think it's very important to let the movement go on the skin, and that's why I love that foundation in particular. And again, you know, in the summer you don't want to overload. You can enhance the eyes, colour in the lips, and just lighten up and just even out the skin tone, and that's really all it needs. So there were still loads and loads of people asking about it, and I can tell you it's a standing joke in our house. Mummy has 2 looks. It's a day look, night look. It's exactly the same. It's just less pressure, or less. If I go out at night, my eyes just might get a little bit darker, might get a wee bit more bronzer, and that lip might get a wee bit redder, but literally it is the exact same. There's no magic routine or anything, no secret. It is literally, that's it. So I can recap very quickly on the product. So just as I said, I did the put on my SPF, that's the Clarins one, I use that every day. Then I put on my concealer. So I put on my concealer underneath, I used it as the night primer. I like to double up on, where you can, double up on your products. So that was the wee eye concealer. Then I did my eyeshadow with a Patty McGurgan Bellamy Anti palette. It's probably a long time now, but honestly, I adore it. And I'm going to buy as many as I can to stock up, because they will eventually take them off the market, but anyway, I highly recommend. Then I put on my foundation and pat it on with a good fluff brush. That was the Tawny. I wear the Tawny and the Futurist by Estee Lauder. Then I put on the Bronze Goddess my Bronze Goddess bronzer. That'll last you a whole year, if not more. And then I did my eyeliner, my mascara, the Hypnose, it was the Lancome eyeliner and the Lancome mascara. So the Lancome, I do highly recommend Lancome for products like this, like your colour makeup products as such. That's the mascara, Hypnose, the eyeliner, and then I am actually using that wee Lancome lipstick as well, 344, and yeah, that's it. Oh, the Patty McGurgan, not the Patty McGurgan, the Be Perfect brow. It's called Indestructible Brow. It's just a wee brow brush, nice and cheap, and chips $15.95. Really easy. So ladies, that is it. That is it. That is the look that I have. I'm ready to go to work now. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Any questions on anything you see there tonight, just pop them below and I will get and answer them. If I can't answer them, I will get the specialists in there as well. Yes, I have a very broad cosmetic background because I was 15 years in it, but also I do understand that there's some specialist questions that maybe I don't know. And that's the one area where I would never give the wrong advice, which is why I'm so strict with the products that I use, and I'm very honest. So anyway, have a lovely evening. It is hopefully getting warmer out there. It certainly is warmer this morning as I'm in here now. This is 9 a.m. but hopefully it gives, by the time we're watching this evening, the weather has settled down, because apparently it's going to be a lovely, lovely weekend. Have a lovely night. I will catch up with you tomorrow. Thank you for bearing with me. Sorry for the shock scare when you came on at 5 just to see the bare face, but literally I'm all about honesty here, and there's no secrets, and it's reality, and that's what 5 at 5 is all about. Have a lovely evening. Thank you once again for your commitment to me and to this 5 at 5. I really do honestly appreciate it so much. Even when I'm at my most vulnerable, just like that, that's about sharing as much as I can with you. And that's what 5 at 5, as I say, stands for. Have a good evening. I will see you tomorrow.